The book we're reading tonight is called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and it was written by a man named Clement Moore, who was a newspaper reporter, several years ago, like back in the 1800s. And he wrote this poem and published it as a Christmas gift to the boys and girls. This will have took place in New York back around 1800. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Where's the mouse? Anybody see the mouse? There he is. And he's asleep too. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Anybody know what a sugar plum is? It's candy, but back then they called it sugar plums. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. See, the children are dreaming about suckers and candy canes, and Mom and Dad are just sound asleep. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear? Oh, come on. But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. And there they are, flying through the sky, and there's Pa looking out the window. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. I think they should have name tags. Anyway, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when met with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetops the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. They were flying over the treetops and over the house roofs. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. He's kind of dirty. You can see that. His outfit's pretty dirty. Goes from climbing down the chimneys. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses and his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger on the side of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."